In episode 346, Sword Point quickly downed a potion. He wasn't about to give up that easily. The 7th stage of Fighter's Will is truly terrifying, but it's not without its flaws. Fighter's Will is a passive skill. It has no cooldown and no duration. Once a battle mage learns this skill, they forever possess the trait of growing stronger with each successive hit in combat. But this enhancement is not without its variables. The stages of Fighter's Will are tallied by combo count. Since combos are typically built in phases, the stat boosts are naturally awarded based on the number of hits in each phase. Take the current situation for example. Tang Ru's Soft Mist racked up a 120-hit combo on the mobs, which naturally triggered the 7th stage buff. If he stopped attacking now, his stats would remain locked at stage 7, and the effect would never fade. But when he resumes his attacks, his character enters the fight with the 7th stage buff. However, from this strike onward, Battle Spirit begins a new combo count. If this combo ends at 10 hits, the 7th stage of Battle Spirit will vanish, replaced by the 1st stage. In other words, to maintain the 7th stage of Fighter's Will, every single attack must end with a combo of at least 120 hits. Otherwise, the moment one attack ends, so too does the 7th stage. Soft Mist charged toward the point of his sword. She had already landed 4 skill attacks, all of them chaining smoothly, staying within the system's combo judgment. Soft Mist was still under the 7th stage of Fighter's Will, but the moment her combo broke, that power would vanish instantly. Jianfeng Suoji understood this point even better than Tang Ru herself. So, while he was still scheming about dodging or interrupting just one attack, Soft Mist's sweeping strike had already lashed out and caught him. A crimson flash, it was the Circle Swing's forced knockdown. No quick recover could roll you out of this one. Just as Sword Point was trying to get back up, the spear came at him with impossible speed, slamming him down once more. A sudden wave of panic washed over Sword Point. His mechanics were already inferior, and now his opponent had the 7th stage of Battle Spirit, a +6 attack speed boost, a 24% movement speed increase, plus the extra mobility from that neutral elemental orb. How could he possibly dodge? With a resounding crash, just as he thought of the neutral chaser, Soft Mist sent one flying after her sweeping attack, slamming it right onto Sword Point's head. Thankfully, the orb attack dealt magic damage, so his 260 points of strength were irrelevant. The damage output remained normal. But the blast from that ball tactic still jolted the fallen Sword Point, and Soft Mist, with a flick of her spear, swept in a sky strike, sending him airborne once more.
No way to dodge.
Sword Point is really crying now, he thought. If Soft Mist hits me with those skills again, followed by that brutal falling flower palm, I'm definitely done for. But to finish him off, Soft Mist was ignoring the mobs swarming her. This was going to end in a mutual kill. Jianfeng Suoji knew he was beyond saving, yet a sliver of hope still flickered in his heart. He wondered, would it come? As Sword Point was pondering this, he suddenly saw something like a rock roll to Soft Mist's feet. His heart surged with wild joy. Still airborne, he desperately twisted his view and immediately spotted a hand withdrawing from the eaves of a nearby roof. With a deafening boom, the grenade at Soft Mist's feet detonated, the shockwave hurling her to the ground. But Soft Mist's 7th stage Battle Spirit had now completely vanished.
Ha! Hey, beautiful. Online games aren't meant to be played solo.
Jianfeng Suoji let out a triumphant laugh. Tang Ru's heart sank. She could already see a figure on the rooftop over there, and more than one person was rushing in from the far end of the street. He knew his chance was truly gone.
You're not wrong about that.
At that very moment, Tang Ru heard another sound. It was so close as if it came from right beside her.
Who's there?
In the game, his sword pointed the way as he swung his view around, searching for his target.
In an online game, calling for backup when you're in trouble is nothing to be ashamed of. Look at this guy. He's got the upper hand and still calls for backup. That's the kind of awareness you need to learn from.
Tang Ru had already turned her head, watching Ye Shu as he went on and on. His voice reached her ears from both inside and outside the game. Between Ye Shu and Tang Ru, Chen Guo stared intently at her own screen, completely unmoved. But this was so unlike him. Acting all proper at a time like this made him seem highly suspicious. Tang Ru instantly realized that Chen Guo had seen she was in trouble and alerted Ye Shu, who had rushed over just in time.
What are you looking at? The mobs are here.
Ye Shu added. Tang Ru glanced back. The mob of monsters swarmed in, still desperately trying to latch onto Soft Mist. Soft Mist's health was low. Her potions were on cooldown. Now that she'd finally found a chance to take down Swordpoint, she was going all out. She ignored the attacks from the smaller mobs entirely, so long as they didn't interrupt her. His focus was absolute to take down Swordpoint, even if it cost him his own life. He thought he had it in the bag, but then Swordpoint got back up. That cold splash of reality hit him hard, leaving even Tang Ru feeling pretty disheartened. But then, Yeshu appeared right on time. This sudden reversal was a shock, even for someone with Tang Ru's mental fortitude. Tang Ru, who had always preferred to solve problems on her own, discovered for the first time that the feeling of someone suddenly pulling you back from the brink in a moment of crisis was actually this wonderful. I've never felt this way before. Tang Ru's mind was elsewhere, her focus split. Another monster struck, and her health bar was flashing red. The mobs had already surrounded her completely. Yeshu had arrived, but she probably still couldn't break free. Such thoughts flickered in her mind, but Tang Ru was not one to give in so easily. A falling flower palm, originally intended to flatten the point of the sword, blasted out, instantly scattering the small fry in front of her.